Hey guys, this is Mr. Gelming again. We're going to take a look at surface area again. You guys did a really good job on surface area of rectangular prisms. On the triangular prisms, we didn't do so well, but a lot of it was my fault. So I'm going to go back through. You may have noticed yesterday when I was explaining it, I paused because there were some parts that I needed to have better images on or better parts on. So we'll talk about that real quick right now. So there's kind of a few different types of triangular prisms. They all have triangle bases, two of them. When I drew this one, my expectation was that it was an equilateral. Equilateral indicates that all three sides are the same. So on this particular drawing, if we are 8 feet here to here, that means this one is also 8 feet, and this one from here to here is also 8 feet. That is an equilateral triangle. An isosceles triangle would usually indicate that this one, this one, and this one are the same, and this one would be different. Okay, that would be isosceles. You may remember the definition of isosceles is that two of the sides are the same. So we're going to look at this one as an equilateral triangle, or equilateral, triangular prism. So in this drawing, this 6 feet right here was meant to represent the height of this triangle. The other sides of this triangle are going to be 8 feet. So this one's 8, this one's 8, and same thing over here. Okay? In order to do the drawing, or in order to find the surface area, we want to make a net. I generally would say draw the bottom here first. Okay, so I'm just going to make this rectangle like this. I know the length of this side is 8 feet, and I know that my other dimension is 9 feet. This 9, this piece right here, is this side, and my other piece is the same, because this is also a 9 by 8. And then, of course, hard to see on here, but we have one on the back side. This is 9. Coming off of that, we have, remember, all triangular prisms are the same. They all have 5 faces. So the other two faces of a triangular prism are here. Here, and then I have another triangle here. Okay? Well, if this is 8, I know this is 8, and the height is 6. So first, we don't have a lot of room here, but our triangles are 1/2 times the base times the height. Well, the base would be this piece here, running here, is 8, and the height would be 6. So our 8 times 6, sorry, I'm out of space here, is 48, and half of 48 is 24. So 24 square feet for this triangle, and 24 square feet for this triangle. Now our rectangles are all the same also. They are 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, by 9s. And hopefully you remember our formula is length times width, which would give us 8 times 9. And 8 times 9 is 72 square feet. I didn't write that very well, but that'd be that one, that would be this one, and that would be this one. So, let's see if I can make it neater here real quick. We had our 3 rectangles at 72, 72, and 72. And our 2 triangles at 24 and 24. In order to find the total surface area, we need to add all of these up. 72, 72, 72, 24, and 24. And when we do that, we get a total surface area of 264. And it's not linear feet, it is square feet. That means 264 1 foot by 1 foot squares would fill up the outside of all these surfaces, all 5 faces. So our total surface area is 264 square feet. There are some shortcuts, but a lot of you are trying to just multiply all 3 digits, and that is not one of them. All right, so let's take a look at the other one. And this one was also confusing because I didn't label everything. So we're going to call this an equilateral as well, which means if this is 7, then this from here to here is 7, and from here to here is 7 feet. Which also applies to these 2 parts of the triangle. From there to there are both 7 feet. Okay? So on our drawing, which I don't have as much room on, I apologize here. I take too big of a picture. There's my bottom. And again, my dimensions are right here. 7 by 8. My other rectangle shares this side here. That's 8. And this portion is 7. And then the same thing with the rectangle, oops, sorry, bad drawing, on this side. Since that is 8, this is 8, and this is 7. So all 3 of our rectangles are the same. They're all 8 by 7s. Which we know, hopefully, length times width, 8 times 7, has each one of them with an area of 56 square feet. And again, we have 3 of those. Our triangles are left. Okay, that's my 5 faces. The base of 7, you can see that here, and that corresponds with this. And this 5 feet represents the height. That's that right there. That's 5. And you may remember, hopefully, that our formula is 1/2 times base times height. 1/2 times 7. I can't read my own writing. Times 5. I believe that was a 5, right? Yes. Okay, so now we have half of 35, 1/2 of 35, or 1/2 times 35 means each one is 17.5 square feet. Well, honestly, we're just going to really add those two back together because we have two of them. And we already know since half of 35 is 17.5, when we add those two together, we get 35. So our total surface area is going to be, I'm going to erase so we have a little bit of space here. The 17.5 plus 17.5, which we know is 35. So that 35 plus 56, 56, and 56, which gives us a total surface area of 203 square feet. The triangular prisms do have a little bit more work with them, and sometimes they are more difficult, and I definitely did not give you enough information on yesterday's video, so I wanted to go through them and redo it again today. Hopefully that was helpful, and I'm going to have you, this is an equilateral triangular prism. It's not as good as my dolphin, but I think it will work. Oh, that does not look good at all, but that's okay. So equilateral means we're going to make these, let's call them 4 centimeters. We'll make this 9 centimeters. And since it's equilateral, each side is 4. Every side of the triangle is 4. That should be helpful. And we'll make the height, we put a dotted line on that. The height, I guess it's going to have to be less than 4, so let's make it 3 centimeters. So you're going to draw a net and find the surface area of the triangular prism. All right, hopefully that helps. Thank you. Let me know, email me, or respond in the group chat if you have questions. Thanks.